Welcome back to Studio 90. We're now joined live from Glasgow by U.S. men's national team midfielder Maurice Edu. Maurice, a big week for Rangers last week. First the Champions League match against Valencia, and then against Celtic in the Old Firm rival on the weekend. When you first chose to go to Scotland, matches like this must have been a big part of that decision.
Definitely it is. Coming to Rangers, obviously I was looking forward to playing in Champions League. I was unfortunate to miss out on that last year and the year before that, so it was one of my goals coming into the season to try to, play a pretty key role and impact role in our team this year in our campaign in Champions League, and so far we started off well.
Let's talk about the Valencia game first, Mo. You scored to give Rangers a 1-0 lead, the first U.S. player to score in the Champions League since DeMarcus Beasley did it for Rangers in 2007. But more importantly, it came at a big time in the game for Rangers.
I think it was big just because at that point we kind of felt like we were doing pretty good. We created a couple good chances. We had a one-on-one and a couple other chances that on another day we would have scored. So to get the go-ahead goal was definitely important, and I think it was a good way to cap off the first half.
Mo, I know it's frustrating to be on the wrong end of an own goal. Still a 1-1 draw for Rangers and an important point at this stage of the Champions League.
Yeah, going into the game, I think most people would have been satisfied to get a point. So coming away with the point against Valencia, who's a solid team, is definitely an accomplishment. But in saying that, we feel a little bit disappointed because we felt like we did enough in that game and created enough chances, like clear-cut chances, to where we could have came away from that game with 3 points. So we'll take the point from the game, but in some ways, it's a confidence. We take confidence from the game as well because we felt we competed well against, a top side like Valencia.
After that game, you head cross-town against rival Celtic, the only two undefeated teams in the SPL. In terms of your title defense, how important was it to get a victory at this point in the season?
I think regardless of who we were playing, it was going to be important just to keep going with along the course that we've been going, which is improving every game and keeping our unbeaten streak going. Obviously, the fact that Celtic makes the game that much more important and that much more of a big game for us. So we try to just make sure that we were all prepared. Obviously, whatever's going on their side of the spectrum, we can't control. So we just try to make sure we're well up for the game and well prepared, both physically and mentally, for everything we know that goes into these games.
Your team goes down a goal before answering with 3 of their own. It's the first time in the last 27 Old Firm meetings that a team has come from behind to get a victory. You must feel pretty good about those hard-earned 3 points.
Yeah, it's been kind of funny for us because this season we've gone down a goal in quite a few games, but for some reason we found a way to. That's kind of sparked us on to go on and come back and score goals. So it's not a trend that we like, or that's something that we want to continue on, but so far that's how it's been going for us this season. And against Celtic, it was no different. We went down a goal in the second half. We came out and scored, I think, 3 in about 20-25 minutes. So it was a good second half performance, and hopefully we can start off games the way we've been finishing them off.
You struggled with playing time and injuries last year with Rangers. Now that you've had a chance to get more consistent playing time and play in these big matches, is that helping with your confidence and your comfort on the field?
I think it is. I think when you start to get a run of games, you start to get more confident. You start to feel a little bit more composed, and you start to feel a little bit more settled. So hopefully I continue to grow as a player, and continue to stay in the team and continue to contribute to the team.